was asked how co-help helps us heal instead of self-help. And here's my thoughts on why I believe in co-help over self-help. Um, Trauma happens in relationship. When we're growing up during our formative years, we need to be taught by our caregivers how to regulate. So, co regulation through being taught the self regulation tools. We're not born with those skills, so learning that from those who are taking care of us is essential. So later on in life, if you had adverse childhood experiences, you don't know as an adult how to process stressful moments, how to deal with overwhelming situations, or regular stressful life events may overwhelm you. So your window of tolerance is really narrow, and you get dysregulated really easily. Well, when you are working with someone and you can receive um, um, feedback through the feedback loop of interactionship, of interacting with someone else, that creates a safe space for you. Having someone that you can heal with, having someone that can be on this journey with you of healing as a co-helper is really important, because they provide for you a presence of theirs and a warmth, and they give you something that you didn't have. That's called missing experiences. Now you are having felt embodied experiences of having someone there with you, mirroring whatever emotions you're feeling and validating them, and creating a space where you can feel safe enough in order to go through the process of feeling out whatever emotions you are going through, and being guided through them, and supported. That's very important, because that in and of itself creates a different script for you. You're now being validated. You are shown that you matter. You are being shown that your feelings are important, and that whatever you're going through is certainly important and not dismissed or neglected. In order for us to learn how to be able to self regulate, we first need to be taught through co regulation, and that happens during childhood. However, using a trauma informed approach, if there were adverse childhood experiences as you were growing up, that may not have been your experience of learning these things. And here you are today in adulthood, getting dysregulated so easily with a very narrow window of tolerance. And it's not even just overwhelming life events that can trigger you. It could just be simple daily stressors that we're kind of all dealing with, and that's how disorders take place. I speak from personal experience. I was diagnosed in the past with an anxiety disorder that then progressed into a panic disorder. And any daily things were affecting me. It got to the point where I was avoiding everyday life just so that I wouldn't be paralyzed with a panic attack. And it's awful, because you are no longer, living an authentic life. You're pretty much avoiding your own life because of overwhelm. You get dysregulated so easily because you've never been taught how to self-regulate. And these tools are things that we need to learn with someone else. And it happens in relationship, it happens in connection, and it happens in interaction. So that's why I am a hands down true believer, from my own experience and from that I have with my clients, that co-help is always 110% more effective than trying to do the healing work on your own, only through self-help. I had tried self help for years. I was reading books, I was magazines, I was taking supplements, I was like a graduate of, let's say, Google research of anything that had to do with anxiety and panic. I was trying everything that I would read online, social media, articles, um, magazines, word of mouth, anything. I would try anything that I would hear about that I was and hoping that that would be um, the magic solution for it all. But I didn't understand that it was a lack of circuitry within my own nervous system of being able to sit with myself and to be able to process certain emotions, certain feelings, therefore, certain events that were happening in my life. I never got taught those things. So I had no idea how to process them. So as you advance through life, you know, your responsibilities grow, your whatever you know, you become a parent, you grow in your career, friendships, you become, you know, a spouse and all those things. So all of that, you're not prepared with that, you know, with the adequate tools to take on those responsibilities and the stress that comes with them. So then you get easily triggered, easily overwhelmed, and you get physical disorders or, you know, mental health disorders. I had both physical and mental health, and I had no idea that it was from the lack of, you know, I never received um, co-regulation as I was growing up. So then I had to, instead of doing self-help like I kept trying to do, what I had to do instead was reach out for co-help.